Hey, my name is Richard, and I just finished an amazing 6 weeks that has truly transformed my life at TruED, all the way in Oregon with my brother, Forerunner. I first saw the video online and I hesitated. I didn't know what to expect. This brother was talking about herbology. He was talking about studying Daniel and Revelation, prophecy. He was studying about vegan cooking. I had no idea what to expect. I waited, and the week before the deadline, I called him up. I felt prompted by the Holy Spirit. I was convicted. I was saying, Lord, I have no money. I don't know how to get there. But the Lord said, follow and be obedient, and I will provide. And I gave Brother Forerunner a call, and I told him my situation, and he prayed with me on the phone. And a couple days later, 2 people offered to help me with my traveling expenses and all of my expenses to get there and to get this education. And that's when I knew the Lord is really calling me, because I've been searching for a deeper experience with Jesus, to know who He is, what His plans are for the youth, what His plans are for me, what His expectations are for me. And all I gotta say is that I've met some friends that I will not let go of for the rest of my life. People that have changed my life and have influenced me. The instructors have been like my brothers and my sisters. That's thousands of miles away from home. I could have been anywhere in the world, but the Lord brought me to this place. And it's been an introspective journey of realizing how far I am in my relationship where I need to be with God and where He wants me to be. He's shown me things about how I dress, how I act, how I speak, and how I study His Word, and how He wants me to get closer to Him by diving deeper beyond just the surface. When I used to read the Bible, when I used to study prophecy, when I used to yearn for a deeper relationship with Christ, I was just reading the words on the surface of the Bible. But now my mind has been not only cleaned, but my spirit has been renewed to the point where I'm taking like a half an hour to read one verse so I can fully understand it, so the words can be masticated, can be digested, if you will, in my soul, and so it can assimilate into being a part of who I am. This experience has made me realize that God is calling a people who are not only walking upright, but to the point where they're reflecting the character of Christ, where we emphasize and we show that it's Jesus who is doing all of these great wondrous things through us. I mean, before this, I used to go on missionary trips, but I realized I was doing so in my own power. Even though I prayed and I read the Word, I'm finding out now that the mission field isn't necessarily always overseas, but it can be right here where we are in North America. That God is calling us to go into the highways and the byways to spread His 3 angels' message. That message that needs to be proclaimed for this everlasting gospel to reach the ends of the world in order for Christ to return. I'm telling you, this experience has allowed me to see with new eyes, like Saul before he became Paul, and those scales fell from his eyes. It's like seeing again for the first time. When Christ says in Revelation to buy from Him eye salve so that we can see, to buy from Him white raiment, that Christ's righteousness to be put on. I've learned so much about the sanctuary, about the spirit of prophecy, and about how God is molding us, how He's fashioning us as clay in the midst of His hands. But sometimes, well, a lot of the time, I found that I like to hold on to a lot of the things in the world. And the Lord has opened my mind up to understand that we have to be completely holy, completely purified of everything that's in the world, so that we can get back to that Garden of Eden experience, where it's us and God communion face to face. And that's what He designed for us. And that's the one thing I took away from this experience being here at TruED. Everyone has this desire to search for something greater, something that's beyond themselves, not just in the regular means of a 9-to-5 working and then, I'll do a Bible study on the weekends on Sabbath or during the week on a Wednesday night at prayer meeting. No, the Lord is saying, I want you to fully consecrate yourself. so that I can take you deeper into my word and reveal the mysteries of Christ onto you. The Lord is saying He's calling us to be preachers, to be evangelists, to be medical missionaries, to use the remedies that He has given. You know, I've heard of testimonies while being here, people reversing cancer, people reversing diabetes by their lifestyle. So I'm praying with all my heart that whoever's watching this video, that you'll be moved to want to learn what it means to go from door to door in communities where people are abusing drugs, communities where people are atheists, communities where people are agnostics, communities where people don't want to hear the word of Christ. But because of the Holy Spirit, because of the health message, because of the spirit of prophecy, because of Jesus working through us, we are able to reach their souls. So I encourage you, if you are yearning for a true education, a deeper education with the Lord, ask yourself, what are you doing today